Happy Wednesday, guys. Today's home workout is an EMOM 10, 2 to 6 alternating push presses, 4 to 8 V-sits, and then 6 to 10 pistol squats. The goal of this workout is trying to finish a round every minute on the minute for 10 minutes. So 10 rounds total is the goal. And the stimulus of this workout is to keep a high intensity. So you're working at that threshold or just below that for this workout. The amount of work should take you about 40 to 45 seconds in the first couple rounds. Then the last rounds, let's say 8 to 10, might take you about 50 to 55 seconds or the full minute to finish. So we want to pick a range here that will allow us to kind of break that up and finish that work within that time frame. 2 to 6 alternating push presses, keep them unbroken. The V-sits should be unbroken, whatever you choose there. Pistol squats, I want you to find that pace that you can keep moving and doing them one after another. The pistol squats today, if you'd like, you could always squat down to a chair or a ball. If you have bands, you can attach bands to some anchors on both sides and use that band as something you can kind of sit on and get some assistance on the way up. But the goal, again, find something for this pistol squat that you can comfortably move throughout this workout and you're not really thinking about the technique and the form that much. It should be more of something of a movement that you're comfortable with, and that technique and form is not going to slow you down. You already have that technique with that movement. So again, this workout's a high intensity workout, so we want to be choosing a rep range that's going to challenge us, but we can maintain that rep scheme every minute on the minute for 10 minutes. Once you're done that workout, guys, we're going to finish off with some accessory, one set of max effort gorilla rows. You're going to choose 2 objects and you're going to go into that bent over position, and you're going to go for as many reps as you can, alternating, really trying to work on that back strength, and you'll feel a little bit in your lower back in terms of strengthening that position, so that hinged position for that gorilla row there. And again, if you've done this in the past, make sure you guys go back into your journals, check it out, see how many reps you've done in the past and what weights you used to give yourself a good comparison to. Hope you enjoyed today's workout in the Afterburner. We'll see you guys next for the warm-up video.
Okay guys, today's warm-up is 3 rounds. We're starting off with 5 inchworm walkouts. So for that inchworm, just remember, try to keep the back of the legs nice and straight so you can feel that stretch in the hamstrings. You can round your back, that's totally fine. We're gonna walk out that inchworm. If you can keep going further and further, head through that window, rib cage in, squeeze your butt, hold it for a second at the bottom, and then walk it back out. So at the top, you're feeling that stretch in the hamstrings. You're warming up the shoulders by walking out, and we're even getting into that core tensioning as you walk the hands a little bit further from the body. Once you're done that, we're gonna go for 10 seated leg lifts. For the seated leg lift, we're just gonna sit down on the floor. You can bring your hands to start a little bit further backwards. Get that back and chest up tall. Pull that rib cage down so you feel those abs. And you're just gonna raise both legs as high as you can for 10 reps. This exercise is going to target your core and your hip flexors, that little muscle at the top of your hip, top of your quad there. You're gonna feel that firing up as you go. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can bring your hands further forward. That makes it a lot harder to try to get those legs up as high. Play around with it. You can start with the hands a little bit further back. To make it even easier if you need to, you can bring your hands all the way back and build on those lifts. Once you're done that, we're going to go for 10 shoot-throughs. So in a shoot-through, for now, I'm going to show you guys using parallettes here, which is what we use at the gym for these. If you're at home and you don't have parallettes, a lot of you might not, you can use 2 chairs. So just hands on top of the chairs, 2 boxes, anything that you have lifted off the ground will do. So for that shoot through, we're starting off at the top of the push-up. So you see that rib cage is in, back's nice and flat. You're gonna tuck the knees in, bring your legs through, and then I'm gonna tuck the knees back in and push back to that start position. So we're going for 10 of those. No push-up or dip at the beginning or end. After you've done that, we're going for a 20-second bottom of squat hold. So for some of you guys, it might be great for you to even use a post for this one or a door jam. For some of you guys, you don't need that. And either way, guys, we always say experiment with both if you can. So what we're trying to do here, using that post, you can just get your back and chest up really tall, sink those hips down low, try and get the back and chest up tall. You can rock gently back and forth. You can also try, again, doing this without holding your post or wall. You're just rocking a little bit, holding it for 20 seconds, trying to feel that core tension, and also trying to feel that hip opening up as you go. Enjoy today's warm-up.
I forgot. So for the push press, remember it's one continuous movement, so you're not re-dipping in the knees. Just make sure you squeeze those glutes, lock out those knees as you extend straight up. So if you're going single object, you can go 10 and 10 per side here. With that dip and drive, remember, as we're coming down, we want to stay nice and vertical. So we don't want to deviate that back angle at all. We want to keep it nice and straight, almost like as if I were leaning against that wall and I'm just going down with the length of the wall there, so I'm staying nice and straight. So think about that, guys. You're dipping down, staying nice and tall. Weight is going to be a little bit more in that heel as you're coming down. On the way up, guys, you're driving hard through the legs. As soon as we extend those legs, those knees, we're going to be driving that weight overhead. And again, once we're over here, squeeze your shoulder blades together, make sure they're backing down before you start that next rep. You can go continuously or you can stop in that front rack position if you need to reset. Remember, you're going to dip and drive up. As I'm bringing it down, it's about an inch off my shoulder, about a centimeter there. I'm going to start dipping down so that I can start my next rep. So controlling the way down, getting ready, dip, going into that next rep.
The final move is the V-sit. Remember, guys, you can challenge yourselves with a weight between the heel, or you can do a toe to bar if you have a pull-up bar at home. So for the V-sit, first progression, you can just do a sit-up. So you can get an ab mat under your back or a towel, roll up a shirt, whatever. We're just gonna come all the way up, touch the shoes, come back down. You can use your arms. Those are a bit too easy for you. For 3, it's probably gonna be a bit too easy. You can switch to a jackknife. So in a jackknife, we start off in that hollow body position. The knees come in towards the chest. The V-sit is very similar, except now we're keeping our legs locked out. And we're trying to bring our arms overhead and then bring the hands in towards the toes. If you don't touch the toes, that's okay. You're just gonna try to get as close as you can, and you're gonna try to keep everything nice and straight.
For the pistols today, if you have pistol squats, go for them today. You can go off the end of your couch, or if you have a ball or anything that you want to go up to a height to work on that pistol, you can do so. Also mention you guys can do some reverse lunges for the workout as well. So I'll use a weight for those reverse lunges. I'm going to try and put a little bit more weight on that front foot of the working leg there. So my left leg's going to be on the floor there. I'm going to drive that right leg back, trying to put as much weight in that front foot. And then as I start standing up, I'm going to shift my weight to that front foot and then stand it up from there. Then switch, opposite leg comes back, and then you drive through that front foot. You can also play around with doing some curtsy lunges too with that weight. So we're going to send that foot behind that front foot, out to the side, trying to keep the hips as straight as possible or square as possible forward, and then driving through that front foot to stand it up. This one will work a little bit more on the inside of the leg and stability of the knee laterally, so you can work on that as well as an option for those pistol squats today.